We are MyParasites.
But who are you?
I'm Jaws. This is Chloe. This is Glitch and Eddie Threat.
Hello. So, the bio of MyParasites hints at some interesting beginnings. Would you care to elaborate?
Let's see. Interesting beginnings. There's a lot of beginnings. It started over a million times because it sucks.
Shitty people in the world, and write about them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it started, lived at my mom's house, and my brother had a cracked version of some music making software, so I started using that, and then, yeah, that was the beginning, I guess.
Well, that's not interesting.
No, the very beginning. Let's go with the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Get to the interesting part.
Gases in the sky, and then they all collided and made planets.
We started out, Jaws was programming everything and going through it all, and he started looking for other guys to work with, and he ended up with us. Philadelphia's kind of incestuous with its industrial bands. Everybody's in a band, and it's all in the same band.
Actually, MyParasites got started because of Eddie Threat.
I didn't want to say that, it sounds cocky. He messaged me on MySpace and asked me, he was like, oh, I like your stuff in your band. What programs do you use? And I told him what programs I used instead of being like, fuck you, I'm
ripped
busy.
you off.
Yeah.
But now you're in the band.
So he did.
He told me to use Reason.
I told him to use Reason. And then what happened with it? Then we got on some bigger shows. We played with Assemblage 23. Did we play with them? Assemblage 23. Then we played a big show at the Sterling Hotel with Scab Driver, and it was pretty awesome. We played with Funker Vought. That was badass. It ended at a riot. It was great. And yeah, pretty much we played with Christian Death on Halloween at the Batcave in New York.
Nice.
It was awesome. Yeah, Christian Death. No, I am positive. I'm saying positive. But we played with Christian Death, and it was
HIV positive.
it was pretty cool.
All right. Well, I was 17, about to turn 18 when I met Jaws here, and I guess like the birth of MyParasites, the ideal of MyParasites, which I think is what you were asking.
I think
was,
so.
Tell them what
It was a long time ago. I don't remember.
You know, it's misogyny without the misogyny. You know, like we've met a ton of shitty people in the world, and well, I say misogyny without the misogyny because it's truth. It's not just misogyny. You know, it's based off of observations and the actions of others, and I'm really bad with that. But so like MyParasites had been around for what, like 2 years when you and I had met, something like that. And then like him and I started talking. We met at a funeral, and then we started playing together. But like I figured like Jaws and I, like especially in Philly, know a lot of shitty people, and you know, figure why aren't there songs about them? At least even just generalized versions,
Right.
You know, not to give them too much credit. But I guess that was like the main idea of MP was to kind of like put people's dirty parts out in the open, you know, where everyone could see it. And tell the truth about people. Yeah, pretty much.
We're really bad. You see, it sounds like a parody when you talk about it.
Well, the first EP was basically just about a bunch of ex-girlfriends.
Yes.
And I was just like, I'm mad at them. And
All musicians sing about ex-girls.
yeah, and then the second one was about other people and like friends and shit. Yeah, so it was my birthday with this dive bar in Philly, and Eddie Threat got me a birthday present. So he was like, "Hey, the birthday present is in the bathroom." So I go in the bathroom to go get it, and some dude runs in before me and basically takes my birthday present. So I come out of the bathroom, and Eddie's like, "Is it still there?" And I'm like, "So."
He came out and went like this.
Yeah,
Do the Jaws face.
I just did. This is the Jaws face.
That is his face.
So Eddie's like, "Oh, son of a bitch!" So he sees a guy trying to run down the stairs. It's 3 flights of stairs. Eddie straight drop kicks him as he's about to run down the stairs and rides him down fucking 3 flights of stairs like a fucking snowboard.
That is
And-
awesome.
Okay.
So, in the past, you have had issues with haters. Reading the rant you posted back in November, it seems the instigator at that point was someone from another band. I think we all realize that there's a lot of issues in the scene and haters are abundant. Have you continued to have issues since that rant?
Yeah, we've always got, we've actually had a couple more incidents since then. We played like a pretty decent sized show in Philly. And another, like, I don't want to call them like a rival band because they really have, they're like, yeah.
Come on, we're Transformers, they're GoBots.
Yeah, but basically, like, they were butthurt that we got this gig and they didn't.
Right.
So they started like trashing us, like, oh, don't go to this show to see shitty bands.
We get the open Vaderhead. It's pretty cool. It's just Vaderhead.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just one example. But like we've got a couple haters. Some people don't like what we do. Some people don't like what we stand for and our lyrics.
Right.
So a lot of things like just there's a lot of haters out there that don't like us for a lot of different reasons that I don't really understand myself. But would you like to say something?
See, the thing about Philadelphia is I mean, for the most part, up until recently, a very divided city.
Right.
Jaws and I, in the past, I guess like a year since him and I have like been working together again, have put a lot of effort into like taking Victim and my group, The Harvest, and his group, MyParasites, and making sure everybody works together and supports the scene because when it happened, it was a movement, and it was
What band spearheaded
our
that?
people were one, and I feel like. And I'm sure these guys agree, like, shit's become way too divided over jealousy and ex-girlfriends, and nothing as important as the music and art we create, So, like, lately we've been really pushing to get everybody working together, and without mentioning names, there are a few acts who put minor things as, more important, and...
Right.
And they get mad when we point out when their stuff's not plugged in.
Yeah, I mean, we won't mention names for two reasons. One, because all publicity is good publicity, and two, because we're a little nicer than that.
We are?
Yeah, well, some of us.
So I saw that you posted a link on your Facebook page the other day in celebration of the kids at Columbine who fought back. Is this issue of bullying and school violence something that's important to you? Were you guys bullied in school?
I was definitely bullied in school. Like all through grade school, I had some pretty bad acne, and I got called some pretty bad names. So I think everybody's gone through that a little bit. And like people were talking because it was 420, and they were like the anniversary of Columbine shooting, and they were like, oh yeah, these guys blah 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 stood up for themselves. And like I don't think they did stand up for themselves. I think they took the easy way out and just brought us guns. So I posted a video from YouTube of some fat kid who was getting picked on, who just basically picked this dude up and like body slammed the shit out of him. And I think that is more impressive than Columbine,
right? Like by far.
We fully support sticking up for yourself,
yeah.
Just not the killing your fucking fellow schoolmate. Because I mean I'm sure some of those kids deserved it one way or another, but I'm sure some innocents were shot down. So like it's not so much we promote the action as much as the principle behind it.
Right.
So it's like. We support the anti-bullying, just not the killing your classmates. If you beat somebody up, it'll heal, but there's a right way to handle shit and a wrong way to handle shit, but people definitely should speak their mind, I think. Right?
Yeah. So MyParasites played the final Nocturne at Shampoo. I can only guess that over the years you guys spent a good amount of time there. What are some of your favorite memories?
I remember one. So there was this dude that had the glow balls, and he was doing glow balls and dancing. He was Raver Jim, right? And he was doing them, and he's doing them all, dun, 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 he's spinning the glow balls. And I walked right down into the thing, and I walked up, and I stuck my hand up, and I took his glow balls away. And then like 10 years later, I was like, hey, you remember the time that dude got his stuff taken away at Nocturne? He's like, yeah, that was me. I'm like, yeah, it was me too.
We have this We have a thing like we're not a punk band, we're not an industrial band, we're not a hybrid. We just kind of do what we do, but like we have a very like punk attitude about it, like a very like fuck you attitude, but not like fuck you for disagreeing, but fuck you for saying fuck me for disagreeing, So like I think like there's aggression and there's necessary aggression, and I think we like to portray the necessary aggression as far as like saying what you have to say and having the balls to do it. Mm-hmm. I guess is like a big part of what we're about, regardless of if somebody hates us for it. If it's the truth, it's the truth,
I really think we're the electronic mentors.
So yeah, Nocturne, that's our local Philly club, goth club. It's been going around for a long time. And when I first started the band, one of my goals was to have like my music played there. Mm-hmm. And then we ended up playing the final one, which was like a lot more than I ever anticipated when I started the band. But yeah, we had a lot of good times there, and yeah.
I didn't.
No, you didn't.
Jaws and I,
No.
I mean, even Jaws and I, even on just a personal level, owe a lot to that place. I mean, we started off there. You know, like we made our climb there, and you know, we continue to support it. And it's like you know, Digital Ferret is the actual company, like is pretty much like the owner of the Philadelphia alt scene,
right?
As far as goth and industrial is concerned, and you know, like they're always gonna have a special place with us because like even when we were just like kids compared to what we are now, like that's where we started, that's where we were born as far as what MyParasites is today. So, you know, we'll always have an appreciation for that, and it really was an honor to play the last night of that. I felt like it was appropriate, you know, so we were really happy about that.
That's right. Yes, much respect to Patrick Rogers. He kept the scene alive.
Man.
We love Patrick. And also a big hello to Octavio, Mike Saga, and the Mythics, and to Dean at the store, and Joe Scott. Joe, we love you. Thanks for selling the CDs at the store.
We got our album coming on Beyond Therapy Records, and it'll be out this summer. Or I swear to God, if it's the last thing I do, this summer this album will be out, and it's called Paralyzed. It's cool, and I like it. So I don't think they want to hear us talk anymore. Yeah, they're bored. That'll do, pig. That'll do.